There it is. I already put it in containers, but it's pickled. Kind of almost a little bit fizzy. It's not so crunchy anymore, and it's very spicy. Hi, welcome back to our channel, King of Taste. Today I'm making kimchi. We actually eat a lot of kimchi in our house. It's really good for you, good for your intestines, full of probiotics. So I've got napa cabbage. You actually just need one, but I'm making a double batch, so I have two. Scallions, a daikon radish. You can also use regular radishes if you can't find them. Some carrots, ginger, garlic. I'm going to use the whole head of garlic. I've got a little bit of fish sauce here, chili flakes, sugar, and salt. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off a few leaves from the cabbage to cover the kimchi with while it's fermenting. So I'm going to go ahead and save like 4 leaves. And then I'm going to chop it up to 1 to 2 inch pieces. Depends on how big you like it, but I think that's pretty standard. So I'm adding some salt to the cabbage, and you need to work it into the cabbage a little bit, and then we're going to cover it with water and let it rest for a few hours. I have a lot more cabbage than I anticipated, so I'm doing a little bit at a time. You have enough salt, and you just kind of work it in. Make sure it mixes up really good. You can see how the cabbage is starting to look wilted from the salt. That's what you want. So I put it all in this nice big pot here, and I'm going to add some distilled water. Should cover the cabbage. It's enough water to cover the cabbage, so all of the cabbage is submerged. I'm going to mix it a little bit to make sure the salt dissolves into the water, make a nice brine. And then we're just going to let that rest for a couple hours. Now I'm going to chop up the carrots, the radish, and the scallions into thin strips, so matchsticks. So now we're making the sauce, the chili powder sauce that goes on the kimchi. Chopping up the ginger. So I'm adding a little bit of sugar. Not too much, a couple teaspoons. Also a little bit of salt. Sauce. And my chili flakes. The cabbage has been there for a couple hours. It's pretty wilted looking. I'm gonna strain it out. We want to save the brine, so I've got a nice bowl here underneath. So I'm just gonna give the kimchi or the cabbage a quick rinse. Not too much. As well. I don't have any other place, so just sitting here on the ground. My big pot. Add the carrots and everything. Mix it in good. And then we're gonna add the chili mix.
That's gonna taste good.
I think so. Mix it in really good. I'm gonna add some of the brine back into it because you want it to be wet, covered. adding the leaves on top help keep all the rest of the ingredients submerged. There you have it. I'm gonna cover it, and you should leave it somewhere like 55 to 65 degrees for a week to ferment. And then if you want to keep it longer in the fridge, it will continue to ferment slowly, but yeah, it will keep for at least a couple months.
You mean Fahrenheit, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Close it.
So I'm just gonna close it, and I'll check it every day just to make sure nothing's rotting. So it's been a week since we started the kimchi. It's fermented. It's ready to eat. So there it is. I already put it in containers, but it's pickled. Kind of almost a little bit fizzy. It's not so crunchy anymore, and it's very spicy.